Hello, how y'all doing today? It is Kimmy Diamond, and we are here. Music Link with Kimmy Diamond content brought to you by Music Arena. So I hope that you guys are cool, are well. You know what I mean? It's hoodie season. You know what I mean? Outside it's getting cold, so make sure you got your hoodies ready. I stay ready with mine. But on this episode, this will be a very good episode, and you will find out why in just a second. Okay, so get y'all popcorns, y'all beverages, y'all drinks, and enjoy the show. Okay, now we're going to start off with bar time. Now, bar time is a segment where we talk about bars and dissecting them and just giving our thoughts out. Disclaimer, yes, we need to change around the words. We got to keep it PG 13. You know what I'm saying? So we have to do that. Now, for this edition, it's a throwback edition. We do this every once a month, you know what I mean? And just going back in times where, artists and rappers was doing their thing. So we finna go back to Rock the Bike by BD Siegel and Freeway, okay, off of State Property soundtrack, okay. The video was hot. This was around when Rockefeller was really like during the Rockefeller prime days, okay. So first we're gonna start off with Beef With Me, Enemies Come Sleep With Me, for breakfast, guaranteed to eat this toast. Now, Freeway really did that. Okay, so I like to play on words with beef, breakfast, and toast. I just caught on to that, and I just love how he just used those play on words, and we all know what that means. Y'all know what that means. Again, I gotta keep it PG-13, so I can't really like really say it. But if you know what I'm saying, then yeah, toast is another reference to gat, ratchet, however you call it. Okay. But yeah, I like that play on words that Freeway did. Okay. And then the next thing we have is the heat blasting, techno marine shining, a marine fashion, bring it backing them down. Now, with state property, I don't know if y'all remember the photo shoot that they did, but they had camouflage. They have cameo as they fashion statement and stuff like that. So I understood the reference and I like it. And of course, this is referring to them being street soldiers, and this is just how we rock. And so that's what I love. I like those play on words. And then next we have Notorious, like the best I kids, big or small, you can get it. Dead wrong, like trying to brawl strong arm a bitch. Okay, Beans is my favorite. All right, just to let y'all know that. Now, of course, this is a paying homage and shout out to Biggie Smalls, rest in peace. And the play on words he did with Notorious, Big or Small, and Dead Wrong. We know that Dead Wrong is a song that Biggie has alongside with featuring Eminem. And so he was playing a reference like trying to brawl a strong arm a midget was a reference from what Eminem said on the Dead Wrong song. So again, this play on words, it's like Bean said the same thing, but in four different ways. And I like it. All right. And yeah, so that's going to wrap up Rock the Mic. This is one of my favorite songs. Definitely the most memorable beat of all time. Okay, Just Blaze did that. Okay, that was one of Just Blaze's biggest popular records up to date. I don't care what nobody says. Okay, next we have Mr. Me Too. I know. Yep, yeah, you too. Okay, by Clips featuring Pharrell. I remember when this came out. This was around the time where bragging rap was really the thing. You know what I mean? Next to Jay-Z, Kanye, bragging was like the theme of rap around that time. So D-Class Asher cuts, tuck your chain up, Liberace fingers, and then just hitting Lorraine up. So what Pharrell meant by this is that listen, my jewelry is too hot. You know what I'm saying? I'm so iced out, and this is expensive jewelry that I'm rocking. So you might as well hide them fake chains. them chains that get your neck green and all of that. And Liberace is a reference to like having like a whole bunch of big old rings. And Lorraine is actually a jeweler around that time. So again, example how this is brag and rap here. And then next we have Pyrex Pyrex stirs to turn into Cavalier fur. Sorry, the full length cat when I wave the kitty purse. Now again, this was around the time where mink suits down to the floor was like a whole big thing. We see Lil Kim rocking it, Diddy around that time. So this was around that time where, furs was a big thing, and we know how expensive it is because it's made out of real fur. So yeah, and Pyrex stirs turn into Cavalier fur. So what he mean by that is that, since I'm in that street business, this is how I got up to here. I wouldn't have got up to here if I wasn't doing my thing in the kitchen. That's the best way I could describe it while keeping it PG. And next we have we cloud hoppers, tailor suits like we mobsters, break down keys into diamonds, sell them to the gobstoppers. Something like gobstoppers, I'm sorry. So again, reference from the last bar that I just said just earlier. Now we know that during those mobster days, the suits was tailor made, okay? And we cloud hoppers means we on jets, we on anything that you call it, business class, first class, whatever. We just own it. We just in the sky, okay? Break down keys into dimes. And we, if you know what they referring to, you know what they referring to. But that's as best as I can describe it while keep it PG-13. Okay, but yeah, that is going to be it for Mr. Me Too. All right, I remember when that dropped and Clips was just on their thing around that time. So yeah, that will wrap up for bar time. Next, we finna do flowers. Now, flowers is a segment that we do where we give anybody who contributed to the hip hop culture their flowers, from artists, from producers, anybody who contributed, and just making sure that they're acknowledged and making sure that they are not underappreciated and making sure that they are appreciated. Now we finna get into this young cat, okay? Tyler the Creator, okay? Yes, all right. It's time. It's time to give him his flowers, okay? It is time to give him his flowers. Now he came around the time where we're jerking when the jerking era came out, when the jerking era was cracking. He was around that time, a little bit. But yeah, I do remember when Tyler the Creator first came out. So again, he is a rapper, songwriter, producer, director, designer, entrepreneur, record producer, actor, like just all around the board. Like he literally live up to his name. Okay. He's one of those people that, yeah, he really do live up to his name. Yeah, he didn't call himself the creator for no reason. So he was born in Ladera Heights, California, okay, and he taught himself to play the piano at 14. At 14. Yeah, at 14. So yeah, he taught himself to play the piano, and he been making his own beats ever since then. And yeah, he is the co-founder of Odd Future Wolfgang. Remember those days, okay? He co-created Loader Squad that was on Adult Swim at night. I remember watching Loader Squad. That was actually one of my favorite shows. I remember some of the skits and some of the characters, like Young Ninja. That was my favorite character off that show. And also, he is the designer and founder of Golf Wang. Okay, so when you see the G that the G on the hat, Golf Wang material, golf stuff, and yeah, so he created that, and he also is the creator of Camp Flog Nog Carnival, where he performs at a yearly basis and stuff, and it actually looks fun. It looks very fun. So we finna get into the music, okay? So his first studio album is Goblin, okay? His first mixtape was Bastard, but this is his first studio album, right? It was released on May 10, 2011. Singles is Sandwiches, Yonkers, and She. All right, it peaked #1 on U.S. top R&B and hip hop albums. Okay, on Billboard, and is certified gold at both U.S. and Canada. I remember when this came out, and he actually got a lot of awards, and he actually won the MTV award for Yonkers. And I remember it was at commercials, you know what I mean, from the instrumental, all that. Yonkers was like a big deal. And this was around the time where horrorcore was his genre when it comes to music. And, he was rapping about a lot of questionable things, a lot of crazy, psychotic things. This was around that phase. Okay, this is how he started. Then we finna take a leap to recently, Igor. Okay, Igor was released on May 17, 2019. Okay, single for this is Earthquake, and it peaked #1 on U.S. top R&B and hip hop albums and U.S. Billboard 200, and it is certified platinum and won Best Rap Award at the 2020 Grammy Award. Okay, so he got his first Grammy from this album here. Okay, now this album is totally different from Goblin. Okay, and this has a little, funk, jazz, a lot of sense to it. You know what I mean? And just a whole bunch of vibey songs. And this album is really like about like heartbreak, love, and getting relationships, and the phases of love. And I really do appreciate this album. This is my favorite guilty pleasure. I really do like this album. And of course, he wrote, produced, composed all the songs on this album. And you get features from Solange, Kanye West, Pharrell, Playboy Cardi, yeah. And, nice features. And I just love the album. I love the samples that he used. It's just a good album. So I was very happy for him when he won his Grammy. And of course, at the Grammys, he said how, how being awarded for the best rap album and being put in an urban category is kind of a backhanded compliment. Now, I know people was like, "What, you got a Grammy? Like, what are you talking about? Like, you can play it, but I understand, I get it." And of course, Tyler, he would say it. Now, one thing that I respect about Tyler is that he is very unapologetic about being himself. Okay, I know there's a lot of things that Tyler does that the next man just won't do, but that's what makes him very unique. He is his own person. And to see him evolve as an artist is just very amazing to watch, going from horrorcore to working with Charlie Wilson. Now, I love the fact that Charlie Wilson and Tyler, the Creator, collaborated. It's like a duo that we never thought would work, but worked. And they just sound so amazing when they harmonize on their songs and stuff like that. It's just very amazing. So the evolution of Tyler, the Creator, is just so amazing to see. And I'm glad that he is evolving musically and seeing him mature as a person. You know what I'm saying? We actually saw Tyler grew up from being just a kid who was freestyling. Remember the Secret Garden freestyle that he did on YouTube? Went from that to now just being I gotta say, a powerhouse. Okay, so I'm just very proud of Tyler, the Creator. So I wanted to make sure that he get his flowers. He is one of the youngest people that we actually gave flowers to, but he actually put the work in. And let me just say this: when it comes to the Tyler the Creator's, his music videos, oh my goodness, I love the concept. Every music video that you get from Tyler, the Creator, is different. Okay, and I love it. I love his creativity. I just love how his mind gets when it comes to music. It definitely reminds me back of the times when we get music videos from directed by Hype Williams and stuff like that. Like, you could definitely tell that he got some inspiration by Hype Williams, and we was raised around that time. Okay, let's not forget, Hype Williams did videos for Missy Elliott. Okay, let me just say that, and we all know that Hype Williams get praises and stuff like that. But back to Tyler, his music videos is just so amazing, so creative. You know what I mean? So yeah. But that will be it for Flowers. Again, shout out to Tyler, the creator. Okay, keep doing your thing. Okay, and I cannot wait to see what else that you got on the table. So yeah, now we finna get to compare and contrast here. Now, compare and contrast is a segment that we do where we compare artist to another, or producer to another, or artists who also produce to another. And there's a lot of similarities between them, yet, however, they are different. Okay. I was saving it for this episode. I was saving it. I didn't want to go in too quick with this, but you will feel me on this. Tupac and DMX. I mean, yo, I'm just saying, like, are we surprised? But I waited for this. I had this under the belt. Now we're finna get into it. So this is the only comparison. This is the only comparison that we can do. Okay, of course they are different, but this is the only comparison that makes sense. Okay. Okay. All right. So both of them knows how to paint a picture. Okay. Songs like So Many Tears and Slipping and stuff, like, they just know how to paint a picture, whether it's just emotional or from the street struggle. Like, they just know how to paint a picture. And when you listen to it, you just very in tune with the song and what they saying. So yeah. And like, they talk about their struggles. Pac was, talking about the struggles, not only his struggles, but black in the black community, their struggles, like Brenda Got a Baby, police brutality, holla if you hear me. And, of course, DMX, he is very open about, his struggles. He never hide from it. He never was like, oh, I'm so ashamed. He said it, he definitely uses music as some type of therapy. They both did. And they raw and honest with no shame at all. You know what I'm saying? They have no fear when it comes to saying certain things. Okay. Like, they like, oh my gosh, you just said that. Yeah, well, they have no shame with it. Okay. You might think, oh my gosh, it's outrageous, it's crazy, but they really mean what they be saying. And of course, they left a huge impact and legacy to their fans and to the hip hop culture, period. Okay. I consider both of these people as icons. Okay. You got to put respect on both of their names. Both of these artists will get you through rough times anytime, whether you want to party and have fun, get around, party up, or, what I mean? Like So Many Tears and Slipping, stuff like that. And, they never ashamed about their faith in the Lord. They both contributed into some gospel rap. Okay. So they both did that, and they both contributed in hardcore rap. Both know that. And of course, they both cross over into acting. Okay. And they both are natural when it comes to acting. Okay. I definitely love seeing both of them in movies. And I love how they cross over, and again, not putting all their eggs in one basket. I just love how they do that. Now let's get into what makes them different. Now with Tupac, of course, when it comes to Tupac, his rap, if it's not hardcore, is either conscious, poetic, and we all know that he's into poems. So yeah, he's into poetry. He was signed to Interscope, Jive, Maru, and Death Row, of course. And I considered him as a thespian. Of course, he went to art school back in Baltimore. And, when it comes to his acting, it's just very believable, and all of his roles was different. Okay. So that's the difference between with Tupac. Now with DMX per se, of course he was signed to Def Jam, Rough Riders, and Columbia, and his music content is more so East Coast rap. You hear New York all throughout his stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just a New York dude all the way to the core. And of course, he came out, he got popping after Pac passed. But the difference with DMX is that his struggles was a little bit different. But however, also I want to point this out with both of them, they are very energetic. I gotta say, when it comes to their performing, they just know how to make a show. Now, with both of these artists, I have to say they got me personally through rough times, and it's just unfortunate that they both not here with us, but they did leave an impact and a legacy. And these are the only two artists that you can see as similar. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you think of Tupac, the only person that you could compare to him is DMX, and vice versa. You know what I mean? I can't see anything else. But yeah, so again, rest in peace Tupac and rest in peace DMX. And yeah, so that's that on compare and contrast. Now we finna get into returning to the capsule. Okay. Now returning to the capsule is a segment that we do where we go back in the days and dig into albums, and we just talk about our experience and just reminisce. Okay. Thug Motivation 102. The Inspiration by Young Jeezy. Okay. So this came out on December 12th, 2006. Okay. And singles was, I love it. Chill. All right. All right. Go Get Her and Dreaming. All right. This was when he was Young Jeezy. Okay. Y'all new cats know him as Jeezy. All right. This peaked number one on U.S. top R&B and hip hop albums and U.S. Billboard 200. And this was certified platinum. I remembered when this album came out. Dreaming was my ish. Okay. Keisha Cole as feature. This was during Keisha Cole's prime. You know what I mean? I remember when this came out. I remember when Go Getter was in the club. It was even in some movies this Christmas. And, and yeah, and I love it. Chill. This was iPod Nano days, okay? Do y'all remember the iPod Nanos? Yeah, I had this in the iPod, okay? And yeah, I remember when this came out. And yeah, yeah. And next we have Hustlers POME, or as you know, Product of My Environment by Jim Jones. Okay, this is one of Jim Jones, one of his most successful albums. And this was released on November 7th, 2007. 2007, my bad, 2006. And of course, the singles is We Fly High, No Lie, and you know it. Boy, okay. So yeah, that and Emotionless, okay, and it peaked number one on U.S. independent albums and U.S. top R&B and hip hop albums chart. And again, balling. I mean, yo, man, we still saying balling up to this day. So yeah, this was a very memorable album from Jim Jones. I actually had this on the iPod too. So I remember, man. Yeah, so that's that. And then next, last but not least, we have the Blue Carpet Treatment by Snoop Dogg. Okay. So this was released on November 21st, 2006. Okay. Singles, Vato, I Wanna Love You, That's That, Candy, and Boss Life. Okay, this is actually one of my favorite Snoop Dogg albums. Albums that I can actually listen to. around that time, just a clean version. And it peaked number 2 on U.S. top rap albums and U.S. top R&B hip hop albums, and it was certified platinum. Vato, come on, I was chilling right around my way, 21st East Side of the. Okay, I remember that. And Candy, you want it? I got it. Dripping like water. You want it? I got it. Dripping like water. Ice cream candy. Okay, be coming in handy. All right. And Boss Life, I love that instrumental. And of course, Nate Dogg was on that hook. Okay. And I Want to Love You was my least favorite. But other than that, I did like this album. But yeah, so that's gonna wrap up with Returning to the Capsule. So, what are y'all thoughts? Okay, bar time. All right, y'all remember when Rock the Mic came out? You know what I mean? Then Mr. Me Too. You know what I mean? What was your experience on those songs? And Tyler the Creator, what are your favorite Tyler the Creator's creations? Okay, do you shop at Golfway? Do you like Igor? Or are you still on the Goblin stage in your life? And Tupac and DMX, what are your favorite songs by the two? Or what's your favorite movie that they was featured in? And Return to the Capsule, what's your favorite album that I said so far? And what times did you remember around those times? So yeah, that's going to wrap up for this episode. It has been Kimmy Diamond, and that is Music Link with Kimmy Diamond. Content brought to you by Music Arena. And I hope y'all guys have a good day, and I hope y'all enjoy this episode. And I will see y'all on the next one. Bye.